Hey people, it's Kelly of Print Pray Slay, and I am here with my prayer journal, which happens to be a Happy Planner product. It's actually a Happy Notes journal, so that's why it doesn't have like dates and everything like that. It has a few different packs of Happy Planner paper in it, but for the most part, it's dot grid, but there are some pages that are like lined or dot lined. But I like the dot grid pages the most. I feel like they're more versatile. Like I'm able to write big, small, and anywhere on a page, and not really be constructed or restricted really to like the lines. So as you can see, I started with my fall spread. Hopefully you checked out my previous video going over the side of the spread that's on the left. It is a very heartfelt story that I am just sharing with you guys about that prayer, and it centers around my daughter turning 11 and everything that goes into like the conversation, these two particular conversations that she has with me about becoming older. And it was very eye-opening as a mom. And I went and wrote some notes and gave some advice on my perspective of motherhood as it goes in my household. I'm a mom of three. I have a teenage boy and two teenage girls. So that's that spread. On this side, that's that side of the spread on the left side. I had a time trying to figure out how I was going to set up my video today because I'm left-handed. And nothing is really like no notebooks are really catering to left-handed people, but I really wanted like the other spread to be in the frame and this spread to be in the frame so you can have something to look at other than just this one piece of paper. I feel like it worked out this way. Hopefully it turns out really, really well. But yesterday was such an amazing day, y'all. My mom, so she turned 60 a while ago, but her party was yesterday. And we are in the DMV, and for some reason, if you don't know what that is, that's DC, Maryland, Virginia. Sorry, but we are in that area around DC, and for some reason, fall. It feels like fall is coming, but it's like in a rainy April type of situation. So we had like a warning for a hurricane and all types of stuff, and she had this nice elaborate party planned for outside. That did not happen. But it turned out so nice. And so really I'm starting this spread off with a thanks to God for allowing me to have my mom for so many years. Of course, it wasn't 60 for me because I'm not even 40 yet, but she has been able to see the age of 60 plus because it's been like a few weeks after her birthday. But she was able to celebrate it with so many people. And so I didn't know that that was a thing because I you don't necessarily pay attention to your parents' parties, I guess, as a kid. But my mom was like, that was her first birthday party, as an adult. Of course, my grandmother did a great job at celebrating my mom as a kid. But as an adult, that was like her first birthday party. And so I was wondering like about celebrations and, giving thanks to God for the ability to be able to celebrate someone in this type of celebration. Like 60. So let me be honest. When I was a kid, 30 was old. Like I was like, ooh, when I'm 30, I'm like, everything is downhill from there. You on the way to meet Jesus after that. But as I got closer to 30, I was like, 30 is kind of young. Like you don't really know, you're not really an adult until you are 30. So I was like, okay, so 30, cool, cool, cool. I'm here. 40 is like I'm honestly looking forward to 40. I'm almost 40. And to reach that age, it seems like that's the age to me of peace. Like I'm on some, I know who I am in Christ. I know my purpose. I'm well into my marriage at this time. My kids are dang near grown. My money right. I'm looking forward to 40. I'm hoping that all that come together. But I'm just feeling like at 40 you had, so many years to have figured out, your purpose as far as God's will, and you had time to really dig into his word. And it, all that depends on how your life is going, of course, and how your relationships with God and other people are, and yourself, to be honest. But 50 was, a thing. And I was like, man, 50, that's like if math is mathing, half your life, if you make it to 100. So, at 60, you realize, I've lived most of my life at 60. And that's something to be celebrated. So I was really, really excited for my mom, right? And so she had, her friends, family came in. We're from New Orleans. So family came in from New Orleans. My nan came. I was really excited about that. My husband, his family came. Uncles, like it was just really, really nice. Our food, we had the hibachi. It was nice. No kids. It was an adults only party. So, it wasn't anything to take my attention off of my mom. Because, of course, if my kids were there, I would have to pay attention to my mom. So I was just really, really taking this time to write in my prayer journal to thank God for such a wonderful celebration and see my mom so happy. And my dad was there, right by her side. We sung like 50 happy birthday songs. I didn't even know that many people made that many happy birthday songs, but we sung all of think of a happy birthday song. We sung that too, right? So that is what that first paragraph is talking about. And that second paragraph is honestly thanking God for my mother in general, like her life. Like she's a mom, like she's my only mom. I mean, I know you know that, but like some people are blessed enough to have like a mom and a godmom that's like a mom, or an aunt that's like a mom, or a stepmom that's like a mom type of thing. But she's my only mom. I mean, the next best thing would be, honestly, my mother-in-law is amazing as well. So I'm blessed twice over, right? But I'm an only child, so my mom is everything, right? When I talk about my dad, I'll talk about my dad because my dad was my best friend growing up. So I'm really close to my dad as well. Of course, being an only child, that's our thing. But right now it's my mom's time to shine. So no shade to my dad. He was awesome. Well, he is awesome because he still is. But I was just, highlighting my mom right now, just making sure clear that up. But I wanted to go through like all of the things that like I got from my mom. Like I wanted to make sure I notated them here. And so I was talking about how thankful I was to God for her, and I went into like her strengths and the things that I got from my mom. So I'm writing those things down, right? And I'm thinking about how loving my mom is and how considerate she is and how I got some of those, characteristics from her. Right. And then I went into finances. Like my mom is really, really into making sure her finances are right, making sure bills are correct and paid, staying out of debt, making sure credit is on point, investing. All of that I got from my mom. So I was thinking about it and I was like, I believe I was the only kid in middle school taking classes at the community college. Like I'm in college classes and I'm in middle school. And I remember my mom enrolling me in a course called entrepreneurship. And I was really excited. I remember the company I made up was making cookies. That was going to be my first company. Although it wasn't. My first company, y'all, was selling my Halloween candy. So I went trick-or-treating. Though we don't celebrate Halloween anymore. As a kid, I did. And I went trick-or-treating and I took that candy back to school. 10 cents each. That was my first business. And so I'm really thankful for my mom for instilling this business sense inside of me where I'm really striving to be successful, right? Not only that, ethics and morals, how to be a wife, how to be a mom, being there for people. Let's see, what else? A sense of appreciation for pups, which is the other business that my daughter has where she boards dogs. My mom loves dogs. Like we had a dog. She had multiple dogs. We've had multiple dogs now in my household. So that is one as well. Crafting. I'm crafty because of my mom. My mom is always putting something together or taking it apart to put it together the way that she wants to. And she does crafts on a whole nother level than I do. I don't do upholstery. Like I don't take furniture apart and I don't do a lot of the painting and stuff. I'm more of a paper crafter and a digital crafter. And she's more into like plants and painting and pottery and furniture and all of that. Like she's like hands on. but I definitely know that I get that from her. And so I'm now wondering, like, have I ever told my mama this? Like, I don't think I have. So I encourage you to like think about the things that you like got from someone, like those good nuggets that are inside of you that you receive because you have watched them, you have grew up around them. And if this happens to be something that you can say about your mom, like I encourage you to like share that with them. I'm sure like that's gonna light up their life. So I have not. All right. So after this video, my mom watches my videos, but I'm gonna try to tell her before she sees this video so that I could be the one to tell her all of the things. The list has a lot more. And then there's that little line at the bottom. That line at the bottom is like, and of course, there's a lot more. Even more than what I shared with you guys. There's more written down that I just, haven't really, went into. But there are parts of my mom's personality that I like, even my husband picks it out. I was like, ooh, you like really, really like sound like your mom or look like your mom, or your mom does that too, right? And I think those are awesome. And my ultimate goal is for somebody to say that same thing to me as a Christian. Like, oh, that's the God in you. Like that's his characteristics. Like you are loving and caring and show grace like that because God is your father, right? And so I love that when I get those compliments also. To me, it's a compliment. It's like, oh, you must be Christian. It's like, no doubt, of course. So I really, really had a good reflection on that. And I hope you guys enjoyed, a little bit into my personal life on some of my prayers. I share what I can. Of course, some things can't be shared, but I hope that you appreciate it, learn from it, and, have your own prayer life that you can grow from and reflect on in your prayer journal as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is how my spread turned out. Of course, I have more space. I'm going to add to it, yes, soon. But again, and leave me a comment, please. I like to connect with you guys. Don't forget to give me a like as well. I so appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys. Bye.